Memorable and immediate OGs that remains in my mind is a individual by the name of Reggie Brooks, aka Titty Bo. Now, he can be credited for being one of the founding fathers of Ghost Town. You know what I mean? And as legend would have it, you know, at a party at Miss Burrell's house, he coined the name Ghost Town. You know what I mean? And then him and A-Rowd, which was one of Miss Burrell's sons, you know, they kind of, you know, tweaked it a little bit. So, you know, everybody's call to arms when they hit the block was, you know, Ghost Town, oh, you know what I mean? So, you know, that was synonymous, you know what I mean? And Titty Bo, he was a little short cat, you know, swole up, you know what I mean, from, you know, being in and out of, you know, them stoops. And, you know what I mean, he used to walk around the Ghost with a bunch of jewelry on, you know what I mean, with about 3 or 4 pit bulls fall on him, you know. That's another thing that was big in Ghost Town was, you know, fighting pit bulls, you know. And the Burrells, they had several of them in their yard tied up, you know what I mean. And, so Titty Bo was responsible for me actually going on 31st and starting to grind, you know what I mean. He took me up there, you know what I mean, and let everybody know, you know, check this here out, man. This is my young partner, man. He finna be out here, man, and better not nobody fuck with him. You feel me? But now, I still, you know, experience my scrapes and bruises, you know what I mean, and you know, took my lumps with a grain of salt, man, you know what I mean, and it worked out real well for me, you know, because they took a liking to, you know, to the kid out there, man. So another buddy of mine who I cannot tell this story without mentioning is my partner Grady Edwards, you know what I mean, also known as Grady Bo. You know, and then he would, you know, eventually be known as G-Nut because he was a zip damn fool. You know what I mean? Now, albeit he was a year younger than me, he was a lot more untamed than me and off the leash. You know, my whole thing was, you know, I was just unsupervised, so I was wilding. You know what I mean? But Grady was a fool. You know what I mean? And he was like Defoe's right-hand man. You know what I mean? But me and him got real tight, and not only that, our mothers were real good friends, and my mother, you know, used to babysit his crippled sister. He had a crippled sister. Now, Grady Bo, the reason why he's so important to this story is he's the one who introduced me to Holloway, you know what I mean, which, you know, led me to be on the Holly Rock crew, you know what I mean, at such a young age, you know what I mean. And Grady Bo's sister, Mertrice, was Rock's first female grinder, you know, of many, you know, because he had many, you know what I mean, as well as, you know, hookers, man, you know what I mean. Like I say, he was a master organizer, you know what I mean, manipulator, gangster, you know what I mean, pimp, you know what I mean. You know, he was one of them all around type of cats, man. So, you know, that being said, you know, growing up in Ghost Town, man, I wouldn't trade that experience for nothing, man, because, you know, the plethora, man, of individuals that was around there, man, that was lacing, you know, cats up, man, on, you know, the gangster game, you know, the dope game, you understand me, the pimp game, man, you understand me, the mobbing, you know, it was just so vast, you know what I mean, you know, to choose from. You know, you had cats like OG Dexter, you know what I mean, he was banked up out the game, you understand me. Another one of my legendary partners, Michael Dupree, you feel me, he was, you know, he was a real boss player, you understand me, and he had a little squad of his own, you understand me, and he ended up being rich, you know, fucking with them boys out there north, you know what I mean. You know, Joe Brodnax and them, you know, they was flooding, you know, the area too, you know, that, you know, but that's a whole nother story altogether too. You know, then you had Young Mansion, you know, you had Black Cliff, you had Slick Road, you know, Chill, you know, on 3-4, you know, you had, you know, B, Mario and B, you know, on my immediate block on 32nd, you know, you had Petey, Lil Mike, Twine. Lil Mike, you know, he was the heir to the Flint's barbecue family, you know, he was the last one to hold the keys to that, you know what I mean, and he was a major figure, you know. So, Randy Ramsey, you know what I mean, they called him Thunder, you know what I mean, because he had so much music in his car, you know, he used to come